Hi, everybody. Let's make this one quick. I know you guys are on break, or you should have been, so I don't want to stress you out too much with this. So let's just jump right into it. Boom. Yesterday, we made it so that we can draw two shapes, this rectangle going across, the circle going down. Now, I want to be able to oscillate between things. Uh, let's change the colors. All right, let's change the colors as time goes on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a variable called switch1, set it equal to 0 at the start. And what I want to change is the fill style. So I'm just going to isolate that. Uh, and I'm going to put a condition that says if switch 1 is 0, then set CTX fill style to blue. Um, Let me just put it right there. Else if switch 1 equal 1, CTX dot fill style, let's set that equal to green. All right. So basically, if switch is 0, it's blue. If switch is 1, it's green. Now 0 and 1 are just, two different values because this switch is just a basic on and off switch, all right? One that has two values, on or off, all right? Or in this case, blue or green, all right? And all we have to do here now to make this work is find something that changes the switch from 0 to 1. Write a statement for that. All right, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put that right underneath the code for our x and y here. All right, and I'll put it above the switch statement, and this switch right above this, I'll say switch one. I wanna have it change based off of my x position or my y position. Since they both increase at the same rate, I'm going to just pick x because it's trivial. All right. Now x goes up at 0.5 every time. Every millisecond because this is rerun every millisecond according to our set timeout function. All right. So I want that to affect this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write this. I'm going to say switch 1 is equal to x plus 40 mod 10. All right. Now let me explain what this means. All right. We start off with x at negative 40. So if I say switch 1 is equal to x plus 40, well, negative 40 plus 40 is 0. So that starts off here at 0. And that's the only reason why I have this plus 40 here, because I want x to start off at 0. And then what it's saying is take the mod of that value. Now, for those of you that forgot, mod is just find the remainder after division. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, all right, I have 0 mod 10. Well, that just equals 0. All right, then I'll have, these switch statements are going to need to change. Then 0.5 mod 10. Well, anything less than 10, when you just divide it out, it's not going to have, uh, it's just going to have a remainder of itself. So 0 mod 10 is 0, 0.5 mod 10 is 0.5, 1 mod 10 is 1. The only difference comes when you get to 10 or greater. So 10 mod 10, well, you can divide that evenly into 10 groups of 1 with a remainder of 0. And so this sort of restarts the pattern, because then 10.5 mod 10 will give you, that half remaining. Okay. So now we oscillate between the values 0 through 10. All right, and then what I want this to say, I actually messed this up, is I want it to say, okay, if my switch is less than 5, you are blue, and if it's greater than or equal to 5, you are green. And this gives us so that it's not changing every millisecond, because at that point, if it's changing every millisecond, then it's like a strobe light. And this allows us to change now every 10 milliseconds, because since this increases by 0.5 every millisecond, well, multiply that by 10, and it changes by 5 every millisecond, which will bring it between these two values of, you know, 5. Okay, so if I run this, you'll see now they change. Now it's still pretty strobe lighty because 5 milliseconds isn't a lot of time. And if we want to change this, all we have to do is change this value to a larger number, and then make these values half of whatever that new value is. So let's see. I want to make this a lot slower. So I'm going to change this to 40. So now my switch is going to oscillate between, ranges of 0 to 40. And I'll make it so that when it's less than 20, so that first half of numbers, it'll be blue. And when it's greater, that second half of numbers, it'll be green. Now you'll see the switch is a lot more, paced. Let me just run that a few times, and you'll see, like, boop, it's a nice pace that goes there. All right, that's all I want you guys to add in there. It's already more time invested than I wanted to. Um, and yeah, we'll add a few more things tomorrow and then have a nice weekend. Have a great day, guys.